Thank you. Well done. Now I get to introduce two more celebrity speakers, Doreen and Tom Borelli. Thank you, Brian, for helping us have them as our speakers tonight. Doreen is an author. She's a commentator. She's the chief political correspondent for Conservative Review. And today I found her website, Reigniting Liberty. It's marvelous. And in reading through that, I realized I've gotten to hear her speak before, but it was September 12th, 2009. I was in the audience, and several of us were in that audience that day. So this is a real treat for me. I don't have cable, so I get to see you in person again. 16 years without cable, try it, it's good. And Dr. Tom Borelli is also going to be speaking with us tonight. I take it you're going to come up first? Okay. He, too, is an author and contributor with Conservative Review. He's an authority on energy policy and that wonderful topic known as crony capitalism. And we're so grateful that you are both with us tonight. Come on up, Dr. Tom Borelli. Welcome. Welcome to Texas.
Thank you. Too bad it's not the fall. We could be at the stadium, right? It's a pleasure to be here tonight with this great state, the great red state that's on the forefront of liberty. And tonight, and actually let me just start off by saying I sure hope that no one on the left is watching, because it would dispel every myth they have about the Tea Party. Because we know you're all racist. So what do? You put the white PhD as a warm-up band before the black chick comes up. That's what you do. Because you're all racist. Don't let the word get out. But let me get on a much more serious note. When you really look at it, we're in Dallas, but actually we're all at the Alamo. We are all at the Alamo. We are surrounded. We are outnumbered. And I've been involved in this for about 20 years, and I've never seen the coordination effort that the left has. It is my worst dream that I saw coming 10 or 15 years ago. They own the infrastructure. They own the complete infrastructure. They own the media. Complete, almost complete. They have the universities where they brainwash our children. They have the foundations with hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. The Ford Foundation, the Rockefeller Foundation, the Pew Foundation, George Soros. Where does that money go? That money goes to nonprofit groups. And those nonprofit groups do the advocacy. They have this complete array of infrastructure, and it is amazingly coordinated. One topic that I'll briefly describe is the Iran nuclear deal. Look, I'm a PhD in biochemistry. I didn't want to do public policy. I certainly didn't want to do anything about foreign policy. But above has put me in a different direction. The Iran nuclear deal, it started out with a lie. Obama lied. He told us there was a unique opportunity of new leadership in Iran, that we needed to rush to deal with these new leaders, these moderate leaders, or more moderate leaders, while we had the chance. That was a lie. This complete lie and this orchestration came about, it actually came through because they're arrogant, because they're winning. Through a New York Times Magazine story where one of the White House advisors bragged on how he manipulated the media and created an echo chamber of nonprofits to sell America that this was a good deal. That's how arrogant they are. But it started with a lie. And this is what we're dealing with. And how twisted is this? One of the groups that was actually pushing for this deal was a Jewish group. Think about that. How twisted can it be where you could find a Jewish group to lobby for a deal that will eventually allow Iran to get a nuclear deal, and what does Iran want to do to Israel? Wipe them off the face of the earth. This is what we're dealing with. Complete orchestration and propaganda that is truly frightening. How do we fight this madness, and how do we win? Look, first is prayer. We have to just man this Alamo long enough until the reinforcements come. That's how outnumbered we are. But that doesn't mean we don't give up on the resolve. We stand on those pits, we stand on that wall until they drag us down. That's what we need to do. The only advantage we have, they have the money. My God, they have the money. But we have the people. We have millions of Americans that are sitting there who are so frustrated of the lies and the propaganda. We need to connect with them. That is our way that we can win. One really, really bright spot that's happened recently is the action against Target Corporation. Now, you know, Target Corporation, because the left owns big business now too, I might have left that off in my original litany here, they own big business too. Target, for no reason, because they felt they would get either PR, they decided their diversity policy would include open bathrooms essentially and open dressing rooms. If I felt like a female today, I could walk into the women's dressing room. That's a corporate policy. Well, the American Family Association had enough. They generated an online petition that the last time I looked, it had 1.3 million signatures of a boycott not to shop at Target. Most importantly, it's having an impact. Target stock has dropped from 84 to 68 the last time I looked. After today, the market's going to probably down further. You know, Deneen and I, again, I'm a biochemist by training, but we've done a lot of activism, and that's my message for tonight. We need to get active. We used to go to shareholder groups, the meetings, and challenge corporations over their corporatism. We did it a little bit too early. In my dreams, 1.3 million signatures and the stock price plummeting. We need to get that CEO fired. They have a fiduciary responsibility to make money for the shareholders. He needs to show his shareholders why open dressing rooms is good for business. If we drum him out, it will send a message to every CEO in corporate America, oh my God, they're waking up. Now, I've given this message like 5 or 8 years ago, but we didn't have the reinforcements. We didn't have the social networks. And that's my appeal to you. We need to be as coordinated as the left is. Because Deneen and I have seen this. If you watch Fox News in the morning, you could see the same message points coming out of the left from morning to night. And some of these topics, sometimes we don't get them an hour or two before she's on air. We live in Connecticut. So I'm driving and she's researching. That's our lives. But we go on, and sometimes it goes with someone who cites something from 30 years ago. Come on. That information is coming on from down on high. They get their information to them. Well, we need to copy some of what they've been able to do. So my strategy, and I urge you to participate, is get active, be an activist, find that petition online, find your local Target, send them a message. You see, the beauty of what's going on now is we need the activists. There's a lot of information out there. Now, both Deneen and I work for Conservative Review. We have a ton of content. You don't need to do the content. What we need people to do is get active on social media. Facebook, Twitter, phones, everything. Because I can tell you, elected officials, CEOs who operate billion-dollar brands, they're watching what's going on online. And we start to communicate and we start to create noise, they will pay attention. The left has gotten advantage because we've been too silent. In the old days, we would just do a policy paper and think that people will read it and they will do the right thing. Meanwhile, the left just drives its agenda. So for us to win, we need to play smart. We need to play the way they play. We do the research and let the people do the activism. That is a way that we can win. And we can be smart about it. Look, the left is already, this horrible tragedy that happened in Orlando. They're smart, but we have to be smarter. They do the same, thinking of football, they have the same playbook. They throw out guns, and then half our troops go talk about the gun issue. Then the other troops, oh, it's Christians so bad anyway. Then the other Christians go the other way. No, don't fall for that. Obama created ISIS. He created the vacuum. He called them the JV team. He owns ISIS. Don't let that go. Communicate that. Don't fall for the gun issue. They can't do anything. Make him own it. And as I close, just one other little example. I wrote a piece for a conservative review about 2 months ago. It was on Loretta Lynch, our Attorney General. She referred information to the FBI to investigate ExxonMobil to see if they misled the public on climate change. Okay? Okay. I wrote that, got a little attention, okay? Well, what do we know today? We know the FBI had interviewed this terrorist, I guess 3 times, and nothing happened. Shouldn't the FBI have better things to do than worry about ExxonMobil? Correct. So what I did is, I tweeted out today my commentary that I had done a couple of months ago, and it's flying on Twitter. Has something like over 135 retweets, and it just keeps moving. We need to embarrass them. We need to make them own it, because it's their policies. So we need activism. We need great patriots like you. We need great patriots like you around the country. We provide the content on areas like, or where we work conservative review, and then you guys can shop it and market it. Together, if we work as a team, we can win. God bless you, and God bless America.